Comic Book Day here in Stafford, Virginia at Time and Space Comics here at 1075 Garrisonville Road. We are about 4 miles west of the 95 here down the old 610. And I am here with Mike Rawson. Mike, who you will know from, well, everything. If you've seen something that was funny, Mike has made fun of it.
It's true.
It's true.
I'm wearing a Three Stooges hat right now.
He is. I understand your brother had that made for you.
No, he made it.
Oh, he made it
with
himself.
His own crazy hands. I put up a picture of Curly, and I wearing this hat or a hat like it.
Yeah.
And I said, I want a hat like this, just being silly. And my brother took that as a request.
Oh, that's really well made too.
It is too. It's got the sweatband and everything in it. And it's a beautiful hat. I think it's really, really silly looking, and I love it for that.
Yes, I mean, besides the Three Stooges episode that occurs in, where have you even seen something that looked anything like that?
Nowhere else. That's why. That's just another reason to love it. No one else has one except my brother who made it.
Yeah.
I wonder who designed the original when the Curly wore it. That's crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. So, Mike, you have lent your voice to various characters across various video games. Can you give us a brief rundown?
Sure. The one everybody knows most is Gob from Fallout 3, and all the other male ghouls in Fallout 3. They all sound alike like this, except, with subtle differences. I think Sharon has a little bit more of a stern way of speaking, and Gob is kind of free and easy. I also do Moriarty, the bartender, and I do Professor Lesko, the guy that accidentally came up with giant ants.
Oops.
Yeah. And let's see, I'm the voice of Radio Freedom in Fallout 4, who is, broadcasting news of the Commonwealth and telling people, let's be safe out there. And
that's the one where I really know, because I played Fallout 4 before I played Fallout 3, and I loved you from that.
Oh, it's funny because that's it's just a kind of a profile voice. Like when they wanted Gob, they said we need a guy who sounds like his throat's been eaten up by radiation. So I talk like that, and that's easy for me to do. A lot of people might hurt themselves trying to do it, but people always say, how'd you come up with that and everything? And it's just easy. I'm just muting a scream. But doing the radio announcer, they told me they wanted something very specific. They wanted a guy that sounded like a FM radio DJ from the 60s or 70s. So I did it like that, hi guys. And that was what they wanted. But that voice took a little thinking and trying and shaping. God was just screaming. And I love it that was, that's the one that gets me the most recognition.
That is funny. So beyond the Fallout series, what have you been doing with your voice lately, or in the ensuing decade?
I've been yelling at the television a lot.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, seems to be the national pastime. I've kind of, I used to say semi. Now I'm pretty much fully retired. I'm not in as good a shape as I used to be, and the voice acting that I've done has always been something that I kind of fell into, and I love doing. So I'll do it when I get called, but I don't actually go out and promote myself a lot, And now I'm really old and sick, so I don't do much of anything.
Well, I'm glad you can join us here. It's hello. Oh, would you like some stickers? We have stickers. They're free. Hey, take at least one each. So beyond your own career, what have you been enjoying when it comes to the TV? The things that you don't yell at.
Excuse me. Well, there's a lot of things I enjoy watching. I like old classic things, Three Stooges, but I'm really enjoying the series on CBS, Ghosts. I think that's a lot of fun.
I like that. Have you seen both the
I've seen so many.
The British as well.
I do. Yeah, I like them both in
Yeah, me
different
too.
ways.
Yeah.
And, let's see. I like the Gemstones, Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, I've not watched that yet. Is it good?
It's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I met Utkarsh, the guy. What's his name? What's the character's name? Like Ben or something like that. Something short in American.
Yeah.
From the American Ghost, and that he seemed like a great guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, the English,
The dad or the dad, the guy who he's like a chef or something like that.
Oh, yeah, the main
husband,
guy, the living guy, yeah,
the living guy who can't see any of the ghosts.
Jay's husband, Sam. No, Sam's husband, Jay.
That's Sam's husband, Jay. There we go. Utkarsh is the guy's actual name.
That's right. Right. Yeah.
But any games you've been playing at all?
No, I'm not really much of a gamer.
Oh,
I play Jeopardy with a friend of mine on the phone every day. We're like Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks. You know?
Well, wait. Is there a Jeopardy game, or are you just playing the television?
And we'll answer the questions between us.
Oh, and you're watching at the same time. Yeah. Oh, okay. See, so I used to go, Mike. I used to go. My oldest friend, or at least one of them, lived across the alley from where I worked. This is back in the early 90s. I delivered pizza for Domino's. And so by the way, today's free comic book day here at Time and Space is partially sponsored by Papa John's. I understand it's delicious. No, it is delicious.
It is really good.
Yeah, we had a nice lunch thanks to Papa John's. So thank you, Papa John's. Anyway,
excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead. So we would go. I would go and take my break at the time that at 7:30 when Jeopardy would start. I would take my break every day, run across, and we would play together. And he went and eventually got on Jeopardy.
Oh wow!
And he won 2 nights, but didn't. He got knocked out in his 3rd night. But it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, and that's saying something. Being on, and not washing out in the first night. Getting on there, I understand, is quite an ordeal.
I've tried and failed every time.
Yeah, but I like that. I like watching the Daily Show too. That's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Now, when it comes to game shows, have you ever watched that Patton Oswalt thing, the 1% Club?
I have not.
It's on, at least for me, it's on Amazon.
Okay, I could find that.
I think that's where I'm watching it. It might be Paramount Plus
too. He's great.
Yeah, so they've got this thing where they've got 100 contestants, and they have progressively more difficult questions that aren't really trivia. They're like try to puzzle out this question sort of questions, and it's worth checking out.
I will do that on your recommendation alone.
So when it comes to your how you got into the entertainment field, how did you enter and when?
Well, yeah, this it's an interesting story. It happened back in the early '80s. I had just extricated myself from the U.S. Postal Service. I was a mail handler on a loading dock, and I've since gotten regruntled, but the job was driving me nuts, and I had to quit. I was looking for something to do in my life. I was
there's only so many mails you can handle.
Yeah, it was a very tough job. It was unloading and unloading trucks of filthy bags of mail. And I could have stuck with it, I guess, if maybe I found another niche in the service. But I just got tired of it, quit while I was young. I didn't want to retire from that and do it all my life. And so I was with a friend of mine, an old high school buddy, And he was in between jobs too because he was doing plumbing and hurt his back. So we were sitting around talking about what we were going to do, and he was reading the paper and he saw that there was an open mic night down in Virginia at a place called Eskimo Nels. And we said, well, let's just for a lark, let's first go down and listen, see what they're doing. Then we'll go up one night if we think we can do something. And we did, and we decided before we went up that we'd have some kind of uh, gimmick, some kind of thing to catch your eye. So instead of going up there and like, how's everyone doing tonight? How you doing? Where'd you get that sweater? We did the 2-man team. That nobody had done that in a while. And so we, of course, had the straight, gruff, serious guy, me, and the clown, my friend Mark. And right at that time, in the early 80s, mid 80s, there was a decision before the Supreme Court about the VCR, the video cassette recorder, the Betamax decision, they called it. And the question was, when you buy one of these things and press the record button and record something off the air, are you a pirate by the letter of the law? I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
And so the Supreme Court decided, no, you are not. But we thought the term video pirates was a very interesting term. So we thought, let's dress like buccaneers and do comedy about television shows. And we did. And we were a bigger hit than we ever thought we were going to be. We started getting work. We got in the cover of the weekend section of the Post. And we were on not Wonderama. A show that it was on at noon called Panorama with Maury Povich was one of the hosts at one time. We were on when he was on there. We were on there a couple times, and we made the rounds, man. We'd only been working for a few months before we started getting hired,
Yeah.
And so we started thinking about maybe we'll be on Letterman or something, Time came and intervened. We kept on working at it. Eventually, kind of petered out, I suppose. But we both kept working for a while. Mark did, and I kept on going it all these years. Whenever we got noticed, so my name was in people's files and places, and so I started getting calls to do radio ads and then voiceover work like that. It was sporadic through the years, but I guess you could say it was steady in that it, never let up.
Yeah. Steady enough to keep you alive?
Yeah, I never did make it my only source of income.
Yeah.
A lot of people have to make that decision, and I kept my square job, because I had mouths to feed.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But it was really fun, I never did do a lot of promoting. Back in the early days, we tried real hard to get ourselves hired and seen. But then after a while, I just concentrated on surviving every day. It hasn't left me alone, and I'm really grateful.
That's awesome. Well, it has been great to talk with you again. I'm glad that you came down, and I feel like you with Wes and with John here, you make such a great team.
We are the Three Musketeers.
Yeah,
we are
just cutting up and
stuff.
Now I noticed you did. I know you're coughing today, but I noticed you brought your ukulele. Are you feeling up to any ukulele action
right now
or later?
I can sing for you.
Okay.
Right now I am a little
congested,
but
no.
I think I should be fine in a little while.
All right. Well, stay tuned and come on back in a little while, and maybe we'll be serenaded by this crazy guy right here, Mike Rawson here at Time and Space Comics. I always try to say the old one. The Time and Space Comics in Stafford, Virginia. We will see you again soon.